Hi, my name's Roger, and I'm going to take you for a ride in my Chevy Bolt, all electric. I live in Bayfield, retired with my wife Susan, and we drive about, pre-COVID, we drove about 20,000 miles a year. But it's very comfortable. I carry 2 Labradors and a lot of other gear in here, and never have a problem. This car gets really good gas mileage in terms of electricity. It gets about 107 miles per gallon E, which is basically just computing the difference between the price of electricity and the price of gas and coming up with an equivalent miles per gallon. A little bit about this car: it's a hatchback, and it handles really well. I drive it all year round. Last winter we had about 120 inches of snow. The bottom of it is all like a sled. The battery's in the bottom, and in the front you have a small electric motor and all the electronics that convert the analog to DC and back again. And it has a really good air conditioning and heating system that's run on separate cooling systems. It has a cooling system that just takes care of the battery itself, because the battery needs an optimal temperature to operate. This particular corner I just went around in the winter, it's going around to the right and it's a little slippery. This car has a thing called drive-by-wire. It also has a little lever right here that controls the regeneration of the electricity. So going downhill, I can end up with more miles than I started out with on the top of the hill. And when I go up, I'll use that extra energy that's generated. I like the car. I drive it a lot. This is the area I live in right here. It's Bayfield. And we've got a lot of hills. And it works much better than a gasoline car. Like my grandfather said, once you get a Chrysler, you don't want a horse anymore. I think the analogy falls through with this electrics, that it quickly becomes your primary car. It's not a second car. But anyway, thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is Dave. My wife Marianne and I live in Madison. We both drive EVs. Marianne drives a Tesla Model 3 and I drive a Model S. We both drive EVs because, well, we want to keep the air clean, we want to keep the CO2 levels low, but also because they're really easy to maintain and a lot of fun to drive. But to be sure that our EVs were powered with clean energy, about 12 years ago we started putting solar panels on our roof, first on the south side and then on the west side. And now we're making about 7 megawatt hours per year, which is about twice what we need to charge the cars. But of course, we charge the cars at night and we make the energy during the day. So we decided that we would get storage batteries for the house, and I'll show them to you. Come along. So these are our Powerwall storage batteries. They were installed by Arch Electric just a few months ago. Together they store 27 kilowatt hours of electricity. That works out to about 80 miles of range on our cars. So at nighttime we can use them to charge the cars and to run the house. On most days we still need to buy some energy from MG&E, but on really good sunny days we can actually power the house with our own energy for the entire day, day and night, and sometimes even sell a little bit back to MG&E. So let's go take a look at the EVs. So these are our EVs. This is the Model S, and this is the Model 3. They look a lot alike, except for the colors. And we've been very pleased with both of them. One thing that surprised me was you can't put a roof rack on the solid roof. So if you want a roof rack, get the glass roof. You can get it on either car. So now I'll show you the charging setup we have here. So it's not a wall charger. It's just a 240 volt outlet. It costs $400 to get it installed. The conduit runs along the ceiling to here. The cable came with the car. We just rigged up some nice hooks up here to hold the cable. And the cars control the charging. So they can set the amperage using, you can set on the car the amperage, the time, and I can follow the whole thing on my Tesla app, and that includes the batteries and the solar panels too. So it's a very simple setup. Both cars have about 300 miles of range in the summer, 200 in the winter. So we don't need to charge them every day. We just charge on alternate days. We just pass the cable back and forth. They both are all-wheel drive, and they handle great in the snow. It's taken us about 12 years to set this all up, and my advice for you is get started on your own system today.
Hi, I'm Lee. I live in Sun Prairie, and I drive a Tesla Model 3. It's a long-range battery vehicle, and it also has rear-wheel drive.
Why do you drive electric?
I drive electric because electric vehicles are much more efficient than internal combustion engine vehicles. For example, this Tesla Model 3 has a 95% efficient electric motor as compared to an internal combustion engine, which is only 20 or 30% efficient. That means that a lot more of the energy that I buy for my electric vehicle is used to move the car forward instead of losing much of that energy to produce heat, which is what happens with an internal combustion engine vehicle. It only costs 3 or 4 cents a mile to buy the electricity to run this Model 3. There are no dirty exhaust fumes coming from the vehicle, and I can refuel by plugging in my garage, so there's no need to visit a gas station and get exposed to any nasty viruses on surfaces there.
What are some of the favorite things about your vehicle?
Well, it has a great navigation system where you can zoom in to get the close up details, or you can zoom out to get an overall view of where you're going. And also, it'll show you where all the charging stations are in your area. It has a very neat HVAC system where I can use my fingers to adjust exactly where I want the airflow to go. And also it has Slacker radio. Tesla gives you 4 years of subscription to Slacker radio when you buy the car. And all I have to do is press this microphone button and say what song I'd like for it to play. It'll play anything I want.
What's it like to drive electric in your area?
It's very easy to drive electric in the Madison area. Madison alone has over 50 charging stations, and most of them are close to places where you can grab dinner or a snack. And these charging stations have anywhere from a 110-volt wall outlet all the way up to a Tesla supercharger, where I could get an 80% charge on this Tesla Model 3 in 30 minutes. Also, I don't really need to use those charging stations, of course, because this Tesla Model 3 has a 310-mile range. So those charging stations obviously will be for people that are driving through from much farther away. Thanks for listening.
Hi, my name is Lisa Giesen-Mower, and I'm the president of Evolution Marketing. This is Bunny, my all-electric Nissan Leaf vehicle. Now, I've had Bunny since 2012. This month, Bunny is actually 7 years old. Wow, 7-year-old electric Nissan Leaf. Pretty amazing, right?
Hi, I'm Matthew Fugger, owner of this 2015 Tesla Model S and also a 2013 Chevy Volt plug-in hybrid. They're both great cars. We enjoy driving them and love being able to drive electric as often as possible. The only downside to the Volt is it is a plug-in hybrid, so it is both electric and gas. The range extender is great, but I love being able to drive the Tesla and go all electric and make use of the supercharger networks, which makes a road trip fantastic. We can go for 200 miles, 180 to 200 miles, stop for 25 to 30 minutes to charge, stretch our legs, get something to drink, and we're back on the road in 30 minutes with 80% charge, and we go another 175 to 190 miles. So it's a great road trip car. The kids love it. Our 2 young kids will only want to ride in the Tesla, and it's a little bit larger car than our Volt is a big part of it, but they love the smooth feeling of easy acceleration, and it's just a well put together car. As a parent, I love the safety factors of Teslas. Their safety ratings, they broke the safety rating. They scored the highest score ever. And the Model S's, I've heard numerous stories of people being in accidents that they shouldn't have walked away from, that they did walk away from with minor or no injuries. So they're fabulous cars all the way around. And earth-friendly vehicles, I enjoy renting them out to people. I've had great conversations and experiences. People ask me, how can you rent out your Tesla to others? And I say, how can I not? I love sharing it and having conversations about why others can drive electric, like I'm doing with you here today. So contact me at earthfriendlyvehicles@gmail.com or www.earthfriendlyvehicles.com. And I'd love to have a conversation with you about why you can drive electric today as well.
Hi, my name's Jim, and I drive electric. Hi, my name's Jim, and I ride electric. Hi, my name's Jim, and I drive electric.
My lawnmower is a Cadet RZT-S 0 electric mower. It has 4 electric motors, one for each drive wheel and one for each blade in the mowing deck. I like the convenience of an electric lawnmower. No running around for gasoline or splashing and pouring it into the tank. I just plug it in when I'm done and it will be ready to go when I need it next time. A full charge easily mows my whole lawn and then some. Because few lawnmowers have reasonable emission controls, an hour using an electric mower is said to be the equivalent of taking 11 cars off the road. I ride a 0 electric motorcycle. With few moving parts, an electric motorcycle is very low maintenance. 0 motorcycles are made in Santa Cruz, California, and they have a dealer network all over the world. Most people will really enjoy the smooth power and easy operation of an electric motorcycle. The power band is more uniform than an internal combustion engine, and with a full charge I can easily go 90 miles, making an electric motorcycle my ideal commuter vehicle. The slight whine of the motor, the sound of wind, and other traffic allows me to focus on the ride, to enjoy the journey, and to keep charging on.